in the life of me. It's Thanksgiving Day here in the United States, and I can think of nothing more that I am thankful for than my family, especially on days like today where we all gather together. And my uncle said, why don't you come out to the car? I've got something for you. And so I came out there thinking that it was going to be a nice Thanksgiving ham. And it wasn't. It was an Amiga 1000. So yeah, that was unexpected, an unexpected surprise. But I am very happy to report that I am now the proud owner of an Amiga 1000. Now, I have not opened this computer before. I am unaware of its operable condition. It did come with a bunch of software. It came with a 5 1/4 drive here, as you can see. Put that right there, so you can see it's the original 5 1/4 drive. I don't know that these are super common. I always associate the Amiga with the 3 1/2" drive, so pretty cool thing to have. Looks like so yeah. It's very heavy, as all early disk drives are, of course. And the 1000 itself has some kind of a sidecar expansion over here that we will take a look at. First thing I want to do is kind of get this surface layer of grime off. This is in pretty good nick. It's just been in storage for a while. Hey Chris, how's it going, man? Hey Brutal, welcome. Oh yeah, this thing is a beauty. It's definitely it's got a little grime on there. Let me pop the camera down so you can see it in its profiled state. Ooh. So I'm very excited to see what might be inside of this thing. I know that my uncle was not the original owner of this machine. He says that he bought it from an electrical engineer at some point after it was purchased new. And so all this stuff is just coming right off. It's fantastic. This is going to look brand new once I get done with it here. How are you guys doing today? I know today is not a holiday for you Aussies and Brits, but I hope you had a good Thursday, or now it's even, you know, Friday morning for Chris. I'm definitely enjoying my time off school. Just got back last night from a vacation I took with Eep and my parents. We went to Snowshoe, which is a ski resort here in West by God, Virginia. And I'd never been skiing or done any kind of outdoor activity in the winter, at least, you know, formalized, other than your typical snowball fights, building a snowman, all that stuff. So I was able to snowboard a little bit for the first time. It wasn't a total disaster. I didn't break any limbs, which is good. That's awesome, Brutal. I've got to tell you, I really, you know, whenever I watch your videos, they're like the perfect thing to have on while I'm getting the show ready. Because it's like, it gets me pumped up for all the games that we still haven't played yet. I usually put it on while I'm doing editing, and I'll look at it, look away, look back at it, and just whenever the games change. And it's fantastic. I'm so glad that you've reopened the floodgates on those. So yeah, look at this. Oh, sometimes I forget to look at what camera I'm looking at. Yeah, it's definitely some dirt on there. But it's actually, you know, it is not yellowed really much at all compared to Aaron's 1000, which is totally, I mean, it is bright yellow. I hope he does. I hope you, that's, you know, podcasts are sort of meant for background enjoyment. I very rarely just like put on a podcast and sit alone in a dark room. I'm usually driving. Most of the time I'm driving, or I'm cleaning the house. You know, podcasts are great for doing the dishes. That's good to know, Brutal. I know that those take a lot of time to put together. Hope you guys will be able to join us tomorrow for our Thanks for Giving marathon. I know that we're all pretty excited about it. I just got off the phone with Aaron telling him about the Amiga score. Hey, Brother Bill. Thank you for subscribing again. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. As you can see, I'm experimenting with the OBS Streamlabs extension with the bit jar there. I'm not sure, you know, I'm by no means an expert at this stuff, but I think that Twitch is going to be our permanent home for streaming, and I like to learn the ins and outs of various things. Oh yeah, yeah. That top cleaned up real nice, real nice. And of course, you're going to have some battle damage. There's the original owner sticker is still on there, but I can't read. Looks like he lived in Ravenswood, West Virginia, which is in the next county over, in Kanawha County, I believe. Although, yeah, Ravenswood, I think, is in Kanawha County. So I wish that I could flip this up or show you in some way as we clean off the oh, where's my focus ring? There we go. So this is a 5D Mark II that I'm filming with right now, and it does not have autofocus on video. So I've got to do all that stuff manually. And then of course, once I set it back down, I've got to focus it again. There we go. Hey, thanks, Brute. Appreciate it, man. Let's watch that bit fall in there. Boom. I wish that I could get the stuff that's in the jar out of there. Like, it comes with like a default like pile of gold, which doesn't really mean anything. I wish that I could launch that with it being empty, but it works great. Thanks very much, Brute. So this thing, it looks like it's got, you know, of course you guys are thinking, of course it does, you're an idiot. But you know, I've never really been face to face with a 1000 before. And it's like it's got 3 plates on the front. You got your left plate with the Amiga logo and the LED. And then you've got your center plate. I'm not sure what's behind that. And then your right hand plate has got the drive, of course. And this thing is it's just looking real good. Thanks for hosting me, Picard. Appreciate that. I really wish I would have known about this beforehand, and I could have really promoted it. And because I know a new 1000, especially getting a new 1000 in the States, it's just such a rare thing. You know, just when one comes to light. So I'm glad you guys could be here to experience this with me. Oh, okay. Thanks, Brother Bill. So how many of you guys have 1000s or have had a 1000 in the past? Moving on to the side plates here. So am I okay? You've got one, Bill? Just 500 for you, Hasifa? Take this out of there. So as I flip this thing around, I've got this sidecar. So can I just gingerly remove this? Should this just pull out? That's right. 4 500s do equal a 2000. Okay, thanks, Brother Bill. So I'm just gonna try my best. There we go. That was easy. So this is a 2 meg expansion, which is fan-freaking-tastic. I wish I had some more light. I really should try and improve that. But this is a 2 meg expansion. A little dusty on the top there. I guess this was your garden variety memory expansion for the 1000 through the sidecar. And that will allow me to play really, you know, most non-AGA games, wouldn't you guys say? I mean, of varying degrees of quality, of course. This thing is not going to run Wing Commander like a stud, but I was worried about only having, you know, the 0.5 meg, and so many games requiring at least 1 meg. So that's good to know, and it's also not too obtrusive either. So very good. Just to show you what a noob I am, when I first saw this, because the only Amiga that I'd really had a lot of experience with was the 500. And I was like, oh, this is great. You know, I was thanking my uncle, but in the back of my mind, I was like, where's the power supply? Where's the power supply? I'm not going to be able to use it. And then I discovered, much to my surprise, that the 1000 gloriously has an internal power supply. And so, you know, the 1000 just did everything right. It did everything right. It's got the internal power supply. It's got composite video out without the need of a scan doubler. It's just so many good things. Okay, well that side looks pretty good. Clean up around the joystick ports. This does have the bent prong mouse thing. Oh, 256K internal RAM. Wow, so that's pretty crazy. Okay, now as we turn this over to its final side, the on-off side, just scrub her down. I'm using Lysol wipes. I find that they do a good job of removing the dirt, and also if there's any sort of icky bacteria or whatever, make short work of that as well. I'll get one more of these. Yeah, Frontier bench test. You're right, Hasifa. It took me a second to figure out what you were talking about because Frontier is the name of our ISP here, and I was thinking about like bandwidth. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking about nonsense is what I was thinking about. Okay, so this thing is much, much cleaner than it was. And now it's time to see if we can open it up. So if I swing this around, I'm going to set my composite splitter up there. I'll swing this around. So if I remove this, it says 327-00501 Rev A. This is a Revision A Amiga. That's fantastic. And should I attempt to pull this thing out? Thanks, Midgard. That's right, Sigurborn. Sigurborn. Pulls out, but you may not need to. Maybe I won't mess with it, or maybe I will. Okay, yeah. So here is the memory expansion, and so you say, Bill, this is a 512 here in the front. Looks pretty clean in there. Okay. So what's the next step in order to lift this thing off? Maybe I'll put that back in there. It doesn't really... Seems like there should be some screws in there or something. There's like some screw holes. You've got this plate on here. Okay, anyway. Let's push that back in there. like so. Okay, so how do we open this thing up? It looks like it's partly open now. I don't see any screws. So fellas, I need some assistance. How does one take the top off of this without injuring it? This would be something back here. Yeah, I don't see any screw holes at all. Or is it just clipped in there somehow? Take the front plates off first, okay? Well, it's always the problem with these old electronics. You don't want to hurt anything. Okay. Thanks, Dunk. That's right. All the bits. All those sweet, sweet bits. Okay. Thank you for linking to that, Dunk. All right. Turn the machine. First step is to remove the... Okay, so I need to remove the screws. I've got my screwdriver right over here. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Actually, I don't even have to take the mic off. I think maybe this might end in disaster as I reach across the room. It did not end in disaster. Thank goodness. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take the RAM expansion back out. RAM expansion seems to have, the metal shielding is sort of loose, but sort of not. No need to take that off, though. Okay. All right. So now, flip this upside down and remove the screws. Not sure if I'm actually doing anything. They are so far down in there, and I can't feel anything catching. Let's take a look. Okay, I am doing the right thing, according to iFixit. Got some dust in there. Okay, let's get these other ones. This is, I have no idea how long these screws are. At least it's not like taking apart an old Mac, you know, where you need that Mac cracker special Torx, like extra long dealio. Okay. I'm almost certain that I haven't made any progress. Let's get in here with the light. That is not the light. There we go. Okay. Well, good news, fellas. There are no screws inside the Amiga. None. There are no screws in there. So we'll just go on to the next step. Thank goodness for the flashlight. Okay. Carefully turn the machine over and unclip the lid. Front panel of the computer can be clipped off. So, yeah, if you just search for iFixit Amiga 1000 teardown, or you could just go on the Discord and check out that link that Dunk posted. There we go. Well, I might have, not sure if that was exactly kosher what just went down there. There's definitely no screws holding this thing. There we go. Okay. So the front of the machine has now been taken off. All right. And now, oh, I'm going to be careful with that. And that. Not sure if these are spade connectors or how that's attached there, or if that whole light just can be pulled back. Looks like it's starting to come out, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it as it is. We don't need to take this thing fully apart. I guess we do, because all that shielding is obscuring. All right, the case is off, and there it is, folks. There it is, the signed Mystical Magical 1000 with the paw print, J minor signature there. So should snap a quick selfie of myself with the with that. Take a quick pic. Okay. I will say this is not quite as impressive as on the original Mac, because the original Mac, it's etched into the metal. But this is still pretty darn cool. Lots of really great names on there. Pretty awesome. Okay. So, moving on. Let's see what's under this thing. Just a quick spray. And we'll remove the metal housing here. Now, did the Amiga 1000 allow for any internal expansion, or was it all external only? Yeah, the SE probably would be the closest competitor to the Mac. You know, the original Mac was just woefully underpowered. Okay, so this thing doesn't allow for stock internal expansion. I'm not going to risk breaking anything by opening it up. So I'm just going to put these screws back in and we're going to close this bad boy back up. So like I said, I don't want to ruin my new toy. Yeah, I think the chances of this thing having a rejuvenator in it are slim to none. It looks like that this came from, maybe you guys know more about this, but this it says the Viking Group here. Well, I can just point to it on the other camera, right here. The Viking Group Inc. Los Altos in 451st Street. This is the 85. Looks like this came out in August of 85. Guys, this is August of 85. August of 85. This is like one of the earliest Amigas in existence. This is serial number 025410. I'll take a quick pic of that. One of the earliest Amigas ever made. I mean, you know, assuming they started with serial number 1, the 25,000th Amiga off the line. I mean, this thing came out in July of 85, right? So, yeah. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure if Rev A, you know, how many revs the 1000 had. Do you guys happen to know that offhand? Oh yeah, I will. We need to reattach the disk drive. I don't know what that means. Shamrock 100? Midgard? Midgard, are you Edvin? I can never remember. Everybody's got different names and different things. Oh yeah, I definitely will. Jeez, that got a little dicey there. These are really, really thin wires in the disk drive. Oh, okay. Sweet. Thank you, Midgard. Thank you for the bits. Oh, I see them. I see the Shamrock bits up there in the jar. The jar is very small on my screen because I've got the chat up too. Okay. So, we have this thing back on here. So now let's take the case and put the case back on. Yeah, we'll do that later, Brother Bill. If it doesn't work, we'll check the caps, but I want to fire this thing up. Okay. So, we got to put the memory expansion back in. Man, this thing is looking so nice now. I know that you guys probably can't tell the difference, but it looks so much better. Yeah, there are some people that are really adamant about recapping their machines like the very first thing they do when they get it, but I'm not one of those people. This thing has miraculously appeared, you know, in my life, and I want to fire it up. I want to get it going. I've never had an Amiga of my own before, and I always told people, I was like, if I was ever going to get an Amiga, it would be the 1000. And boom, here it is, the 1000. Okay. My uncle, it's not really it's like my step uncle, I guess. My aunt's husband, I guess it makes him, even though it's not her first husband, he's still my uncle. We'll call him my uncle. When we started the podcast, he mentioned to me, he's like, yeah, I've got an Amiga down in my basement. And I believed him, but I kind of forgot about it. And then today he came over for Thanksgiving. He's like, I got something in the car for you. And boom, Amiga 1000, a bunch of software, a C64, and a Gateway 2000. So, and a CRT for the Gateway. So, pretty awesome stuff. Okay, let's put this memory expansion back in. All right, now the next thing we need to do is power. Yeah. Hey, Brother Bill, thanks for the bits, man. It's an early Christmas for sure here. Get the video going. Okay. Plug in a power cable here. Yeah, if there's any magic smoke, then we'll turn it off and then we'll investigate further. But I just feel like the classic computer gods are smiling down upon us at this time. And plus, I know that I have a Kickstart disk in that bunch of software. I was thumbing through it before I started the stream, and I saw one in there. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be the Kickstart. Okay, make sure that it is switched off. Right. Okay, now next thing we need to do is connect this. Let's see here. Sometimes I get confused about what I've got running where. Take this video, audio, and run this directly into capture card. And big stack of Amiga hardware. And let's look in my general capture. Oops. Well, we'll see how far we go here. And if we get to the point where this thing actually boots, then I will connect some sound cables. But for now, it's all right. Hey, Pix! Okay. So, the next thing we need to do is get a video capture device. And OEM device. All right, so if all goes to plan, then whenever I fire this thing up, we should see Amiga gloriousness. I guess the first thing we need to do, oh, I'm sure that does not sound lovely. Let's mute that. There we go. Okay. Let's find that Kickstart disk. Kaleidoscope. Ooh. Unknown copy disk. DOS 6.1. Christmas Fantasia. Deluxe Paint 3. These are all totally legit copies, by the way. Studio fonts. Ooh. Look at this. This is the original. Check that out. Original Amiga hookup dealio. D-Paint 2. Oh, here's an original piece of software, Marauder from Discovery International. Discovery Software International. But still no Kickstart. Where is it? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Is that a documentary, Pix, or is it like a biopic? Oh, I've got plenty of software. Oops. Oh, I see Blood Money. No, I don't. It's Blood Witch. I take it back. C64 emulator. I do have a, yeah, C64 emulator 2. There it is. No, it's not. This is something called Amiga Transformer. Anybody know anything about that? Hey, Midgard, thanks for all the megabits, man. You rock. IBM DOS. Master IBM emulator. What kind of a... Now, is this legit? I mean, can you emulate a PC on the Amiga with just a disk without a bridge board? And there's no way a bridge board could be installed in this thing. IBM CADOS copy. IBM calendar. I must have started from the wrong end. Start from this one. 3D Pool. Sleeping Gods 2. Marble Madness. Online. Alien Fires. Mean 18. It's got to be here somewhere, guys. Is that sidecar thing, the 2 meg thing, is that a bridge board also? Oh, okay. I was going to say, so this... That would be a heck of an upgrade. You know, I wonder if I set this on my desk upstairs to take a picture of it, and then I didn't put it back in the box. Because I know it was in here, and I looked at it with my eyes. Dungeon Quest 2, Hotel Detective. I think that's what I did. So, hang on guys, I shall return with the disc. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Sorry about the wait. I have the Kickstart disc. So we were ready to go. So, Amiga Kickstart V1.1. Slot that in there. And for the first time since a long time, this thing has probably been put on. So we're going to turn it on. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh. It's a good sign. Okay, so the Kickstart is loaded. Now we have to load the workbench. Now, this is a fun game we like to play called I Don't Know. I should have a workbench disk, right? Let me go ahead and make my window the correct size. Guys, we've crossed the, we've reached the unreachable star here. I know that that is not quite. There we go. No problem, Brutal. Okay. So, we are going to hunt for a workbench disk. Got Shadow of the Beast 2. Something else. Color term. Copy disk. Extras. This says extras 1.3. Oh, I need to. I'm going to text Aaron. Here's Wings, reel number 2, Wings, reel number 1. So I've got tons of games to play, which is good. Hey, thanks, Brother Bill. I appreciate it, man. RBI Baseball, Test Drive 2, Pirates, Windows Paint. So you're saying that the Amiga Transformer... Oh, Hasifa, thank you so much. Yeah, hey, man. The first thing we're going to do when this thing gets running is I'm going to fire up Wings and play it like nobody's business. Larry Doc, Centurion A, Access 3.0. Some blankness. Dungeon Quest 1. Navy SEALs. Okay. All is not lost. We've still got a lot of discs to go through. Before I was not looking for a workbench disc. I was looking for... Aaron just said he's going to do Black Friday with Chad. Our buddy, the Chud, is dragging Aaron out late at night. There it is, BBS PC. Well, this says BBS PC Kick 1.1. That's probably not what we need. We need a workbench disc, sorry. Shuffle Putt Cafe. Got a good collection of games here. Just going through one more time. Oh wow, that's pretty crazy. Picks. Is it? Hopefully the cat is not unwanted. Oh, a disc copying program. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. Z9K9. Oh, okay. I see that. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on the chat. Okay, we got TB fonts, a bunch of IBM software, Master IBM emulator, another disk of Master IBM emulator. This must just be a bunch of IBM stuff here. C64 emulator, Xenon 2. Oh, I don't need Workbench? Oh, okay. So I can start playing now, Edvin, is what you're saying? I thought I needed to load Workbench first. These are dusty. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, then we will do it right now. Actually, right now, as soon as I plug in a joystick. So, let me tell Aaron. Okay, so I'm going to set this down. Turn it off before you do that. Okay, I will turn it off. So there's no shutdown, just turn it off. Okay. And here we have the tank mouse, really good condition. Sort of reorganized. To tell you the truth, guys, I was not expecting this thing to work. I was expecting it to just not be functional. So when it turns out it did work, I was not prepared. So let me get all my ducks in a row here. Now the mouse goes in port 1 and the joystick goes in port 2, right? Okay. And yeah, I normally I don't care about hot plugging stuff, you know, but in this case, I should. Now, I have a bunch of different sticks to choose from, but why not go with the stick that came with this? This is the QuickShot 2 Plus. So I'm going to move this monitor over to here. Jeez. Uh-oh. 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 Whenever you start moving stuff around, it's bad times. Okay. And there. Okay. Now I can actually see. Now we'll move. That's right, Brother Bill. This is better than any Black Friday that's ever been. Step 1, untangle the cables. Step 2, Lysol wipe. This thing is nasty. Edvin, are you in the man cave right now? Tell me you're in the man cave right now. I love picturing you in there, sipping a cold one. This has got a auto fire. It's got everything you could possibly want. QuickShot 2 Plus. It's got micro switches. At least I think they're micro switches. They might not be. They might just be like clicky switches. SVI, Spectra Video, Hong Kong. Okay, plop that right down there on the table in front of me. And then put this, plug that in. Okay, so now we're ready to go. So I think it's only fair to load up Wings first. Where'd that kickstart disc go? Oh, it's still in, still in the machine. Sorry. I remember it was a blue. Okay, so we can fire this up again. Oh, I need to plug in the keyboard too, probably, right? So where does the keyboard best plug? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, in the living room. Well, that's all right. I'll still accept you. All right, do I need to have the keyboard for Wings? I guess we should plug it in, just to be safe. So now this keyboard is probably the it's in the most need of a good clean, but we'll do that later. It does come with the original phone light cable, of course, so I can pop this. Jeez, almost knocked it. Can you still hear? Okay. I really need to be working with a longer mic cable. Okay. Run this all the way through to the back. Oh yeah. The 1000 did everything right, and the 500 was such a regression. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time because I didn't know, But now, it's just like, how could you see it as anything other than a regression? What is this thing on? Come on. There's only one way you can go. Why is this so hard? Yeah, that's where it goes. Come on. Get in there. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it goes. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. Oh man, that's no good. Weekend with mom and sister-in-law. Well, maybe you ran out. You won out in the end, Edvin. Okay, so we are ready. Kickstart in, fire it up. Hey, thanks for gifting the subs, Brother Bill. That's real cool of you, man. Oh, I've not plugged in the sound. Good thinking. We will need that for wings, so I actually have to go get some more cables. So I'll be right back with an AV cable. And this is a fancy dancy cable. It's got a ground loop isolator on it, which is pretty cool. Okay, we should be ready now. Oh, that's great, Pix. Yeah, I'm super pumped for it. Between getting the 1,000 and thanks for giving tomorrow, it's been an amazing day. I do want to... Hold on a second. I want to have like that Amiga Bill, like Amiga Cam action here. Let's just pop that right up here like that. Got like 18 different capture card windows. And then we can get rid of this up here. And slide that over. There we go. Now you can see the Amiga in all its glory as well. Okay. And maybe we can put the, nope, not that. Put that right there. Right there. All right. I think we're ready, fellas. It starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I guess around 1 o'clock your time. And now I just have to find that wings disc. I should probably have a system of like, I've looked through these, put them somewhere. All right, so we'll start to fill this bad boy up as we go through. No, it's none of these. Oh yeah, yeah. There'll be plenty of time for organizing, for sure. Okay, well, like it always is, it's got to be in the last pile. This is the IBM stuff. Oh. Baseball card inventory backup disc. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I know it was here. Okay, we're gonna go through these one more time, and if not, I'm setting aside Star Wars because I love that game. IBM. This is all the IBM stuff. Let's get it. Okay, it's none of those, I know. Xenon 2. We can kind of make a pile of things that we want to play too as we go. I am very interested in the C64 emulator. Does anybody have any experience with using a C64 emulator on an Amiga? Well, thank you, Pix. I'm really looking forward to, you know, the holidays were such a fun time. I've already sent my Secret Santa gift off to the Norse country of its arrival, and I hope that it arrives in time. I hope that it's well received. Here's Marble Madness. We'll take that out for later. 3D Pool. I don't know what Alien Fires is. Tetris. Shuffle Putt Cafe, Mean 18. Yeah, you know, I have two 5 1/4 disc trays full of C64 games. Test Drive 2. This is just crazy. It's crazy to me that I can't find this. I know that I saw it. You saw me read Wings. There it is. It's because it wasn't a blue disc after all. It was gray discs. I'm a fool. Okay, but that's all over now. It's time to play some Wings. So it says use Workbench. So it says use Workbench on here. You don't think that'll be an issue, right? Well, we'll try it. Well, it could be any number of things, right? It could be the maybe the disk is broken, or maybe it's just because this is a pirated copy, maybe it has to run from Workbench. So, yeah. Well, guys, we tried it, but we got tons of other games to try. So, we'll turn this off. I'll load Workbench again. Or Kickstart, sorry. And why don't we try a little bit of Star Wars. Oh yeah, I forgot about soft reset. Where is the soft reset on the Amiga? Is it around the back? Yeah, this guy actually had labeled every single one of his discs numerically in whiteout so he could categorize them. So Star Wars is number 179. Control AA. Volume Star Wars has a read-write error. Try it one more time. Nope, no good. All right, so Control AA. Control A. Oh. So this. So this one's no good also. Control AA. All right, see ya, Hasifa. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out. I tried Control AA and it didn't work. Is it Control AA? Yeah, like the Amiga keys, like, oh, Control, oh. Gotcha. I forgot there were two Amiga keys. Okay. Moving on. Test Drive 2. That's awesome. The three-finger Amiga salute. Well, what do we think, guys? The disc has stopped spinning. It stopped that grinding noise that lets you know it's active. Do you think we should try this try this again? Maybe one more. If we soft reset, we got to go back to Kickstart. Take the disc out, put it back in. I don't know. What's the protocol here? Let's try a different game. We can do that. Go back in there. Okay, there we go. Well, if the drive was bad, Kickstart, this wouldn't work, right? The Kickstart disc wouldn't work. Right? I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, the drive could be bad. All right, Shuffle Puck Cafe, you're in. It's not looking good, guys. Well, that's a big blue screen. There's the old Guru meditation. Okay. Back to the kickstart. Surely one of these games should work, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, my Aaron's got a 1200 bill. All right, let's try mean 18. The only thing I could think of is maybe, do you think, yeah, do you think Kickstart is just like, maybe it's just like fewer sectors and so the drive can read the Kickstart disk? Yeah, well, I've got, Aaron's got a billion Amiga CD, and I've actually got, you know what, guys? Let's try this. Because guess what? These are all copies, and I have in my possession tons and tons and tons of original Amiga games. So we're going to stop wasting our time with these copied floppies. Oops. And we're going to use the real deal. Let me go get some real games here. Oh. Okay, that was weird. All right, if this doesn't work, we know that we've got issues. Boom. Zool. Yeah, I'll just cart it over. It won't be a big deal. The good news is that of all the components that can fail in an Amiga, the disk drive is the easiest one to overcome. You know, I could always just install a GoTech or any number of things. Any number of solutions present themselves. Look at this. The Zool code wheel. The code wheel of doom. This is 1.1 Bill. Look at that. Code wheel of doom. Okay. That's another thing I forgot about running original software. So you've got to deal with the copy protection. Okay, so this is in fact an actual real Zool disk. And here we go. Zool me. Oh yeah. Now, you're getting ready to establish, of course, the problem is that we are trying to run PAL software on an NTSC Amiga. So the good news is that the Amiga works. The bad news is that I only have PAL software. Yeah, it's because it's PAL. But we can play anyway. I wish I could force the machine to export PAL, because this monitor can take a PAL signal. I would have thought we'd have some volume too. Yeah. It is. It's like old-timey Zool. This thing keeps resetting on me too, which is not ideal. I don't know what the deal with that is either. Like, I can't get off this screen. So maybe it is, maybe it has to do with like reading certain sectors off the disk. I don't know. But anyway, let's go back to the Kickstart. We've got a couple other games we can try. You know, it's funny, Brute. One of the things that I learned from doing the show is one thing that really drove color TV adoption in the UK was all the snooker matches. They were just like, because we had the colored balls, and pretty neat. Oh, could it be? No, it couldn't be. So it can read. So you can read the that it's, you know, it reads the disc. It knows that it's Tetris, but there's just something about it that's not reading correctly. I think that was introduced with the 500 Midgard, where you hold it down. You hold down both mouse buttons at startup. Yeah, and maybe you're right, Picard. Maybe it's because of the Kickstart 1.1. All right, but we got a couple more to go through here. That's hilarious, Brute. And it's the blue one. He's going for the red. Okay, we'll try 3D Pool next. I will say, just seeing that screen is, it makes my heart happy. Just knowing that I have a working, somewhat working Amiga. It's really fantastic. Come on, 3D Pool. Oh. Oh. Boom. 82nd time's the charm. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Zool. You're going back on the shelf. Okay. I don't know if the fidelity of the television of that time would have been able, you would have been able to make out the names if they were printed on the balls. So we got 3D Pool and 3D Pool Pictures. Ooh. Let's just play 3D Pool. Uh-oh. This is not good. Yeah, boom is premature. You're right. Well, is there any way I can test the keyboard? No. I need to have Workbench to test the keyboard. Aaron ran into this problem too on his 1000. Yeah. Yeah, Control Amiga works. There you go, Singborn. So, yeah. So, it's got to be... I don't know. I have a hard time... Oh, that return key just stuck. I'm going to have to open this bad boy up. Yeah, for sure. But like the mouse isn't even working right now. I don't know. Maybe the mouse was disabled. Let's try and load it one more time. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot. This is definitely like working with the original Mac, too. Yeah, lots to do. Lots to do. That's right. Okay, you know what? Let's go to Marble Madness. I didn't really want to play 3D Pool anyway. If Marble Madness works, I'll be a happy boy. Oh! I thought we were doing so well. It was grinding away. I thought we were really going to have something there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a new Kickstart disc and and try that. We got one more. Oh, look at this. How is this? So is Workbench pre-installed? Why does this say Workbench? So does that mean we can run Wings from here? Still got Wings here. Yeah, that's true. I learned that in college. Huzzah! All right, let's do this thing. I said, let's do this thing. F1, enter. Right mouse button, left mouse button. Return button's stuck again. Oh. We make it so far, and then we can make it no more. Oh. Oh! It's just loading. I forgot about load time. Let's just give it some time. It's just got to think a little bit. There was sort of an encouraging grind there, out of nowhere, like a thief in the night. Getting some weird juddering. You don't see that on the capture card. I really think, I mean, it seems like I don't know. It's always weird. It's like, is it done loading? Is it going to give it? Okay, but at least we have Workbench now, which is good. We can just load Marble Madness and that works as our Workbench disk. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to load Kickstart again, reset the Amiga, and then try and get Wings working. Yeah, I think if I make any internal changes, I'm going to go with a GoTex solution, Brother Bill, just because then I can take the unreliability of the disks completely out of the equation. See if I can find an NTSC set of Amiga software somewhere online. Okay, Marble Madness. Okay, that's okay. We don't care. Yeah, if you've already got a bunch of games around, but I mean, by the time that you're going through the hassle of creating new ADFs and putting them on disk, I don't know. It seems a step too far for me. Okay, let's pop this bad boy in here. There's Reel 1. Look at that. What do you think that icon is supposed to be? Okay, there's the rest of the plane. Okay, guys, prepare yourselves. Oh, no, no. Why? Why did you do that? Oh, trust me. I'm not downplaying the actual like putting the discs into the drive thing. I'm a proponent of that for sure. But I'm not a proponent of not enough memory. Not enough memory error. What do you think about that, guys? Look at our free memory up here. Do you think it's somehow not detecting the memory expansion? Yeah, sorry Picard, I didn't see that. Oh, needs 1.2. Well, I wonder what this guy did. You know, he has all these games. Maybe he had another Amiga Kickstart disk somewhere else. This says extra is 1.3. Do you think that could be something? Yeah, that makes sense, Brother Bill. You keep the 1000 stock and then you have souped up other ones. That makes a lot of sense to me. Does it really need the disk to load Kickstart? Yeah. Yeah, it really does. 1000 doesn't have it built in. Let's try putting this in and seeing what happens. Oh, he does have labels like the printer he was using actually printed out. That's pretty neat. Anybody know what AMAX is? Control A. Applications 1. Okay, so that worked as a Kickstart, right? Okay, so if I do this, take that out, And now I'll put in Marble Madness, which works as our workbench. Nope, that's still 1.1. Or no, that's workbench 1.1. Okay. So we need kick 1.2. Do you think wings might need workbench 1.3? Yeah, I still have the sidecar expansion plugged in. Good night, Edvin. Thanks for hanging out, man. I need the admin command. Okay, so you think oh, just take it out? Okay, I can do that. Okay, it's been taken out. So, this. I don't like to see it shuffle around in there inside the drive. Yeah, it didn't read. Okay. Yeah, we didn't get an error that time. So maybe the memory module was the fault of the problem there. And now maybe do we need to just wait? Mouse click. Yeah, I don't know why we'd be able to get this far and not get any further. Okay, well, I tell you what, guys. Now that we've taken out that other memory module, let's try one more time to load Star Wars. I just really want to play Star Wars. And if it doesn't work, we'll call it. If it does work, we'll play Star Wars, and then we'll call it. So, one more time. Kickstart back in. Reset the Amiga. This is Star Wars, like the arcade game Star Wars. It didn't, I don't think it survived soft resets. Z9K9. I tried that before and got a guru meditation. All right, so this is PAL, but it works. So it turns out that the memory module was the What, can you describe the audio junk, Pixels? I don't know. Okay. So F2. Huh. Well, I'm sure it could be any number of things. It could be anything from like a short in the cable and the mic. I really don't know. Okay, so Marble Madness probably works. It just took a while to load. And maybe that's the way it is with Star Wars here too. I hope these mics aren't going bad on me. I try and take care as I coil them up, not to coil them too tightly. But it could just be, you know, something caused by the USB connection. I wish there was some sort of a progress indicator on these games as they load. Yeah, well, I hate to hear that. As you know, I'm very particular about how the audio sounds, and I'll do anything I can to try and make it better. Yeah. So guys, is this normal? Where just like all activity, disk activity stops for a time while you're waiting? I mean, it's the same thing that happened with Marble Madness too. Is like the disk light goes out, and it's like there's nothing going on. Yeah, the keyboard seems to be working fine. Like I hit F2, and it triggered the next screen. The keyboard does need to be cleaned. It's pretty filthy, but I think once I clean it, it should be okay. And I'm sure that there's some applications in here, maybe a word processor or something that I can use. And of course, I'll get a legit Workbench disk from Aaron. And yeah, I don't think it's a power supply issue. I mean, I guess it could be, but the power is constant on the Amiga. So Okay, thanks, Pix. I appreciate it. Oh, guys, we've come so far, yet I feel like we're so far away. You know, we got to the workbench, which is something. If we go back to workbench, is there a way for me to test, like to type something? Is there a way to open up like a text editor that's built into workbench? Control D when it's booting? Okay. That's not going to make my computer catch on fire, though, right? Yeah, I will. I will, Bill. I'll hit up Anthony and see what he says. We do have one more game in the stack, and that's Xenon 2. So I guess. Oh, what is this? Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh! Our troubles are over. Check this. Are you ready? I just happened to look. Scribbled in barely readable pink ink. Get ready. Oh! No! No! Yeah, I tried typing now and did not. Yeah, that return key. Yeah, this keyboard needs some work. Well, guys, it's been a good stream. It's you know, thank you for being here with me with the new Amiga. This is the first of many, many, many streams with the Amiga. Your homework is to help me find if there is an archive of NTSC releases for the Amiga, because you know, I want to play everything I can on this, but I don't want to. You know, it would be great to just have a GoTech full of only NTSC releases, and it's probably easy to find. You know, I'll be looking around too, but I think a possible next step is for me to get the GoTech going on this bad boy, or at the very least get a new version of Kickstart, and that might help with these games too. So, yeah, thank you, Pix, for being here and for modding as always. Brother Bill, thank you for your gift subs and for resubscribing. Brutal, it's been real. Thank you for your love and your bits. Sigbjorn Bjorn, thank you for coming this evening. And thank you as well for your generous contribution. Picard, thank you for being here. And anybody else that is out there watching. Anybody that's seeing this later on. If you've got any comments or whatever, just let me know. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the, I forgot what it was called, the Thanks for Giving Marathon. It will be imprinted in my mind by this time tomorrow for sure. All right, guys. Adios.